feel like it's only been 2 weeks.
Well, I'm adding a week because we didn't do it. We didn't play last week or the week before that, but before that it was a whole week.
Yep.
So 3 weeks. Anyway, last time on Dungeons and WheatTons, we had probably our shortest session ever. But that's okay. Who would like to go through this?
Don't even bother asking me. I don't remember.
You don't
I remember
remember
bits and pieces.
touching your hand and
Oh, okay. I remember the cute guy. Yeah, flirting with me. That was it.
You remember his name?
No.
What he looked like?
Nope.
Okay, so this one's on me. I get the
Yep.
inspiration today.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, I remember bits and pieces. For example, the dude she was flirting with is Garam Averell.
Close. Graham Averoth.
Graham?
Yeah, Gram.
Oh, Graham, yes, that is what I have written down here because I took down some notes.
Well, look
And
at
I
that.
distinctly remember our turtle friend, Terry Seinfeld, disguising himself as Graham to prank our companion and leader, Steligo Marcos. And I remember that we were hired to investigate a town that stopped paying taxes. I remember that because I specifically wrote it down.
Yes.
Yes, the town of Ginger,
Yes, the town of Ginger.
which
And we
everybody
last left
thought that
off
I
at the
just pulled out of
stables.
my butt. But no, there's a reason that it's named Ginger.
Oh, I remember how much money we got.
Yeah, Mr. Bank. Mr.
Yeah.
Banker.
easy haggle.
All right, well, that's pretty much all you needed to know.
My
Kanan gets
amazing
experience.
set.
Awesome.
And you got to keep the experience for your amazing set anyway. Or the inspiration for your set.
Yep, I've got 2 apparently.
Since it was shorter last time, I said you could roll it over to today.
And now I have inspiration too. Yay.
Rubbing it.
But all right.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be using this for the good of the party.
All right. Well, you know what? I just thought of this. We need happy hounds. Just for background music. While nothing is happening. But, at last we left off, you had just rented some horses for, I think it was 3 days.
Yes.
And you all set off towards your destination of Ginger. I don't remember if you said you got a map, but I'm going to just say that you guys already have one. Because Steligo is always prepared.
Always prepared.
And Steligo, as you have the map, you can of course share it with people. But at the moment you have it. You are plotting a route to Ginger, and it sees that it is in fact about a day and a half to 2 days journey, even with the horses. whenever Graham was telling you how fast it would be to get there, he was telling you his speed, and he actually said a day to a day and a half. And that, you're like, man, he also said that he could get from where you are, which is 2 weeks journey with a horse or with a wagon, to Lacede and back in like 4 days. So
Huh, he's gonna have some kind of turbo horse.
Oh, he's got a fucking dumbass that doesn't know what how to count his days.
Or he has a rocket-powered horse.
Turbo horse, rocket powered horse, either one.
or he has access to some sort of teleportation.
That could also be a possibility.
That's
Who
very
said that?
possible.
Crossability.
Well, now we're paying some late fees, I guess.
But anyway, a day and a half there, a day to a day and a half there, and a day to a day and a half back. That's 3 days. So, and that's how much you rented those horses for.
Yeah.
Sorry, the horse and the mule.
And the mule.
But you notice a couple of paths, and the shortest one has you go through. Thank you. Has you go through another town called the Patch. And we previously rolled some history to see if you know anything about the Patch, and Stelago knew the most, which is that it is an old abandoned town that used to be ran by witches.
Which I share with the group.
And there are, of course, as there would be, ghost stories of goings on and spookiness in the night. So you can go through the Patch, or you could go around, but it might add an extra day's length of time to get to Ginger.
We ain't doing that. We're going through the Patch. Who believes in witches?
Seems reasonable.
If you'd like, you can roll history for who believes in witches.
What the fuck do you mean who believes in witches?
Well, it used to be a town full of witches, supposedly.
Like, yeah, but-
Well, Kanan knows that witches exist.
this world, just because they're not there anymore.
What are you, scared of witches? You scared they're gonna curse
No,
you?
I'm in disbelief that you don't believe in witches. Yeah.
Ghost stories. Hooey.
Oh, let's fucking pass through. I hope a ghost fucking knocks you off, you dumbass.
High horse.
Yeah.
And or slightly tipsy horse.
Over here on a mule, and you're on your high horse.
I forgot you're on a mule.
It does work.
With its little short, stouty legs, trotting to keep up with the horses.
It's doing a fine job.
Okay. Plotting your route, it will take you about 6 hours to get to the patch. But other than that, you got plenty of time. Icto, if you would like, you can spread around artificer magic items if you want in that time and decide who gets what. Keeping in mind that he keeps specifically 2 of them for himself at all times, which are his gauntlets and his goggles.
Yes.
But you can spread those around if you'd like.
Okay. Let's see.
So that everyone has a little bit of magic itemness.
I can give one to everybody.
I
How
don't
many
think
can I
you...
make? I don't know how many. Let me check that.
Excuse me.
Do you need my help?
I'm looking where it says how many I can make.
Is it not in there?
I thought it was under infuse item, but it doesn't say it there. It just says I
Ah.
can't.
Stupid me.
It says
Wow,
I can
Whit.
do it, but it doesn't say how many I can do.
Give me a sec.
Jeez, Whitten.
Alright, your level... Icto is level 10. He knows 8 infusions. He can basically create 4 items.
Okay, so I can make 2 more. Okay.
Yeah, you got 2 left because you always keep the gauntlets of ogre power and the eyes of the eagle.
Right. Okay. Well, let me see what I could do with who I'll give them to.
And while he's doing that, anyone can do whatever they would like to do. Anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns?
Well, Terry will start telling a story. Well, I went to witch school when I was a kid. I didn't love it because all we did was spell.
I forgot that Terry was so fun.
Terry is great.
And disclaimer, I don't know these jokes. I'm literally reading them. Just in case you didn't know.
You mean they're not yours?
I
Joke
think
thief?
I've told you this before. I only know 2 jokes. And they're the same 2 jokes I've known my whole life. So...
That's okay. I don't know many jokes myself.
I was gonna say, what comedian always writes their own jokes? Nobody.
Yeah, in my research, I've watched the same comedian do many different, like, sets, and they're all the same jokes. I was, like, totally surprised. You know, like, they do different tours and stuff years after the first one, and it's still the same jokes. I was shocked.
That's because comedy is hard.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite comedians just tell stories, not necessarily jokes.
Yeah, the Stephen Fry approach.
Or the Bill Burr is a good example in my opinion. Where he just
Never heard
rants
of him.
about something and ends it with a funny note.
I might have to look him up.
But alright, yeah. While he's still looking at those. If anyone else would like to try for information of Ginger as well with a history check, you can. Or if you have specific questions about what these characters would know regarding the world. You know, anything of that sort.
At the moment, no. But I'll let you know if I think of one.
Yes.
I don't have any specific questions, but I will say that Kanan is going to send his bird Shikigami circling to scout the area to make sure we're not like ambushed or anything.
Good idea. Good thinking.
I mean, it is one of the advantages of having a bird.
Bird. Bird.
Yeah,
Only my
One,
bird's
presumably he uses my perception, so, you know, he might miss some things.
well, your Shikigami doesn't really notice too much of anything. It seems like this seems like the road is a little less used than the side road you could have taken to go around the patch.
I mean, it passes through an abandoned town, so one would imagine it's not terribly frequented.
Yeah, but one would think, why would people just go around a shortcut?
Unless the town's super haunted.
Okay, I'm gonna give this our fearless leader, so they don't know what the hell's around them. Give this one to Kanan. They can zip zap around.
Nice. So dang. Got advantage on initiative rolls, and I think a bonus because of Stellago's aura.
Yeah. My aura.
Yeah, aura.
My aura.
All right. Well, as you continue on, the going is probably a little less boring than it would be if you didn't have Terry there. Terry's keeping things lively. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't notice that history check, but I kind of think I know what that's for.
Yeah, it looked like it failed too, so I didn't say anything.
No, it didn't fail. It just didn't give you as much info as you probably were expecting. Ginger is a town that was also frequented by witches, and isn't abandoned, and possibly may still have some there, but was actually filled up with other people that moved in and kind of mixed with them.
There's a witch among them. Burn them. Kidding.
And yeah, that's about all you know about the place. You don't know why it's called Ginger, or
It's full of redheads, isn't it?
no, it's not full of redheads.
Dang. That would have been my kind of town.
We can put a couple in there for you, though.
Okay, fine.
Okay, well, Roll a d20. Okay,
16 redheads.
there are 16 redheads in the town of Ginger.
That's fine with me. It helps give reason for the town's name.
I don't know if
16
they
gingers
can
will-
get freckles down here, though. No sun and all.
A little difficult.
But they manage. uh, anyway, the hours go
The
by.
generations of multiply.
Unless anybody else wants to try to roll for info about Ginger besides Terry.
Oh,
Well, technically, didn't I already?
No, you did for the patch.
Oh.
Not Ginger, the place you're passing through the patch to go to.
Oh.
there you go.
Icto,
There we go.
have you been to Ginger before?
Oh, plenty of times.
I
So
like
what's in
redheads.
Ginger, Icto?
I had a thing for redheads.
I'm a redhead.
Just look at me.
Let's not forget that he has a bright frock of orange hair that just sticks up all over the place.
That tracks.
Ginger
He fits right in.
is actually known for its strange witch aesthetic, actually. The buildings and such are still made out of wood, but they are decorated as if they are gingerbread houses.
Ah,
Huh. Hansel and Gretel style, huh? Fun.
yeah.
Are
And
they
so
edible?
they are not edible.
That's
Ah.
try not to eat anyone out of house and home.
That's why I said
Tom lost his tooth.
they're made out of wood, but they look like gingerbread
Hey,
houses.
there's edible wood.
Okay, we don't need to hear about your Saturday nights or nothing.
What? My Saturday nights are with you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're playing Fire Emblem.
That's what the kids call it these days, is it?
I was about to say, you said we better be having fun. I'm like, just define fun. Would you define fun as starting over and over and over and over and over and over and over in a Fire Emblem level?
Ah, did you have fun?
Sort of. I didn't have fun losing, but I had fun playing the game.
It's okay, you're getting good. That's
I'm
what you
getting
need to you just need to get good, and you're getting good.
Okay.
Anyway,
One failure at a time.
anyway. Icto, along with your knowledge that Ginger is known for its aesthetic, as well as its exporting of ginger, because for some reason they're really good at growing it there. It's like,
Okay.
seems like the witch towns kind of had a specific crop for each place that they inhabited, and ginger is ginger.
Ah,
As well with that amazing roll, you know that the townspeople were not really too happy with the whole transition from witch village to mixed village of non-witches. It's more like a tribal thing than than like a racial thing, though. It's like all these people from the kingdom coming into our town kind of thing.
No, it's not. Yeah.
How dare all these non-magical bitches come in our town?
Witch, please.
Which place?
I once dated twin witches. It was so challenging. I never knew which witch was which.
How dare you slay me?
Your laugh sounds so fake.
Mostly because I'm coughing right now.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, you know that there was always tension with the leadership, and the rule of King Lucius.
Head witches didn't like the monarch patriarchy, did they?
They're guy witches.
Wait, what?
In this world, witches is unisex.
That's a wizard.
Okay.
what?
I'm kidding. I'm using our definition of witch and wizard here.
Yeah, out of character. I always thought it was witches and warlocks.
I mean,
Fair.
Pathfinder.
It could be either or.
Pathfinder defines witches as their own class.
Technically the
Still.
same thing here. They are their own class and more like how barbarians are tribes, you know?
It's just witch has always been used as like a feminine insult. Calling a man a witch is like, you're such a witch.
When has that been an insult?
You've never heard women be called witches before?
Yeah. But I never knew it was supposed to be an insult. I was like, yo, you're magical.
You know what? When you put it that way. But then again, they might be referring to you look ugly like a witch, like with the pointy nose.
Ah, the stereotypical witch.
Yeah.
That's not what my witches look like.
Funnily enough, a lot of those stereotypes about witches, like their pointy hats and cauldrons and the like, actually come from the alewives.
They do wear
Because
pointy
women were
hats,
the
though.
original brewers.
They do wear pointy hats.
This is all stuff that you're getting, Icto.
All right.
You're welcome.
I know a lot of specifics about these witches here.
It's because you got so high on a witch village.
You know so much about witches. One would think that you are one, huh?
Well,
We need to burn you at the stake?
I can make potions like them. If I felt like it.
Cool.
Anyway, I guess that's enough of that.
Yeah. Well, I just told them, like, yep, they love their ginger. Grow well, didn't really like any outsiders.
Look, well, maybe they'll be hospitable and give us some nice ginger snaps to go.
Oh, well, maybe they haven't been. Maybe they're like taking control and they're like, you know what, we want to just be witches.
Huh, I wonder what being a witch is like.
Like a person, but with more spells.
I know. Casting spells sounds cool.
I mean, you could cast a little, can't you?
A little, but not like the pew pew, like magical kind. Like fireball.
I believe our fearless leader uses a somewhat different method of divine sorcery.
But it's still magic.
Yeah, my magic really just helps people. It doesn't really like blow up people, you know?
I'm sure I could blow up people line.
Wow.
Want to see?
Lucky. I do. Yes, I do.
I mean, you've seen it before. I just get one of those ball bearings.
I want to see again.
One of those ball bearings that create minor explosion and just throw it at something far away from us. Right behind us.
Alright, so you take one of those ball bearings, you cast your create minor explosive on it, and you toss it and it pops. Like one of those poppers.
Stella raises her fist and she's like, awesome!
Yeah. So I can make a big explosion. Oh man.
See, now if you just do that to anybody we come across, we're gonna be fine.
I'll do it to everything.
Maybe not everything.
I'll better point out what you don't want exploded. Did we pass through that town yet? Or
No, this is you going to the town. I told you it'd take 6 hours.
okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't
We're just
just
bantering.
throw that in the middle of town.
Oh, well, after about 5 hours, actually, you start noticing that the caveways and the rocks and stalactites and mites are beginning to kind of change appearance a little bit. As you see vines beginning to wrap around them. And as you go further in, getting closer and closer to the town, you start to see little orange fruits popping up on those vines every now and then. Seems that the growth of the namesake crop has extended over the years. And you keep getting closer and closer over that time until you are surrounded by fully grown pumpkins.
Oh,
Yes, the patch is a pumpkin patch.
No.
Yeah.
Name checks out.
I thought it was a cabbage patch.
But as you are walking among pumpkins, you can't really see the town coming into view yet. Till a couple more minutes later, and you can see a faint glow. Looks like it's shining down from the cave ceiling. And in that glow, you can see broken buildings, fenceways, and all that jazz, covered in those vines. And pointed wrought iron gates, which looks like they encircle the entire town, but are of course broken in some pieces, falling to disrepair and the power of Mother Nature's pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
And as you near the town, you can see a number of outfits. Clothing laid on the side. Almost as if someone had laid down for a nap and then just wiggled out of their clothes and left them there.
So someone's running around naked?
Possibly.
That or they were just eating out of their clothes.
They vanished in the thin air.
And nearer you get until you see a sign. Looks like it was kind of hastily cobbled together with a set of clothes laying over it. And the clothes are kind of in the way of what the sign says. So all you can really make out is a CK at the end of it.
Alright, well, I guess we'll fix it so we can make out what the sign says.
You just lift up the shirt.
Yeah. So we lift the shirt. Or I do.
And the sign reads, in red ink, "Beware Blackjack."
Blackjack?
Blackjack.
Who's Blackjack?
Does that ring a bell for any of us?
Do we need to roll a history?
You don't really need to roll a history unless you're really under a rock. That is the name of a card game.
They're telling us to beware a card game?
Something tells me that's not what they mean.
Well, I have no idea who Blackjack is, and I don't see anyone else here, so I guess we just keep on through.
All right.
Yeah, make a perception check around us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wow, there's actually a picture for pumpkins.
We're underground, though, so ignore the sky. You can't really find pictures of caves with pumpkins.
My passive is 11.
I get advantage. 16.
I shall also look around.
All right. Well, as you continue on,
But I use my divine sense to see if there's any evil presences.
let me read that real quick. You can sense no celestials, fiends, or undead around you.
Alright, so it's nothing like that.
But as you go on, you're keeping an eye out. You notice that the pathways that you go in for as you're going forward, the pathways behind you seem to change. Almost like the roads and buildings are moving behind you, but it's always whenever you look back at them, not while you're looking. It's almost like a slideshow from a different angle. And although you know that you've been going straight, and that road behind you was originally to the right, whenever you look back, it's still pointed toward the right. Meaning, it's on your left now.
The hell?
Alright.
Perhaps some sort of local spacewalking?
Ah, great. We're stuck in a loop.
And you also notice that... Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying there's something wrong with these fucking vines out here.
And you also notice that glow that was lightly illuminating the town from the ceiling is actually a mural glowing above you.
A mural of what?
It looks to be a depiction of some strange rock or a white ball. And as you look at it, you can actually see it moving very, very slightly. And it starts as a piece of a ball, and it seems to expand and get bigger as time goes by.
Bigger like the phases of the moon?
Yes.
Ah, interesting.
There you go, Kanan.
Well, he is an elf, so he would figure that out.
But, other than that, nothing really seems to be very strange around here.
Yet there's no people around.
There are no people around, no. You do see the random tattered clothing every now and then.
I want
And
to investigate this.
I'm sorry?
You want to investigate?
Oh, yeah, once you're done, I was going to investigate the orb.
I was just going to say, and every now and then, now that you're deeper in, you'll see a couple of sets of armor. Rusted and definitely not worth anything.
Well, not recent.
But yeah.
Yes, now I shall investigate the orb. Oh wow, that is not a very good investigation.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's really anything for you to glean from this.
Moon's pretty tonight.
Yeah.
Is there any buildings that are still standing?
There are quite a few buildings still standing, but they are covered in those vines.
Well, let's try going in one and see what we find. Maybe we
Investigate
can,
some of that armor clothing.
Well, that's a good idea.
Let's see how long they've been there.
Do I need to cut through the vines?
You will, but let's examine these clothes first.
Gotcha.
Which one are you examining?
Is armor and clothing near us? See how long they might have been here?
Okay, I'll let you roll that into one. The clothing looks pretty worn, but definitely newer than that armor over there. And as you look at these clothes, they seem to be either for a large race or just an adult, period, you know?
Yeah.
You can never be too sure sometimes. Like, it could just be a Goliath kid, you know? Being the size of a normal human adult.
It's passable.
It's passive.
But the armor is actually old enough that it has vines growing through holes in the chest and through some of the arms and neck holes and stuff. And you all, again, you got a pretty good investigation. The armor seems to have a large puncture wound in the back. It's flat edged, and it looks like it kind of went through the armor cleanly and rather easily.
But why is there no body inside there?
Yeah, I don't see any remains, like even just blood or something that would tell me.
You do not.
Maybe it went to dust.
Creepy.
I wonder if there's any connection between the state of these clothing and the moon.
I want to know what's going on with these vines.
Let's check them out.
Well, yes. Now let's go to the nearest house, or building, I should say. You don't necessarily know if it's a house. Well, let me give you a couple of options. There seems to be an old store around you. Seems like it could be like an old apothecary or something. A building with a bell tower at the top in a steeple. Could be a church. Could just be a nice building with a bell. You don't really know.
The town hall.
Possibly. Or you could go into a... looks like a random residential house.
Let's check out the town hall. Or whatever
Alright.
it could be with the bell tower.
Okay. As you get closer, the area is beginning to light up a little bit more as that circle up there is just filling out the ceiling. And you walk up this small couple of stairs to the door, and it is interwoven with vines.
Well,
So what would you like to do?
I guess I'll take one of my long swords and try cutting at the vines.
All right.
Just me.
Make me a damage. Oh yeah, you're able to cut through those vines pretty easily. And pry them away. But whenever you try to open the door, it seems like they're on the inside too.
Oh, come on! What is with this crap?
oh,
I mean-
makes sense.
I could try knocking the door down,
Oh.
but I'm not sure we want to go that route. Your call,
Yeah,
leader.
root.
I'm just gonna keep hacking away at the damn crap. Just yeah.
Well, the door is in the way. If you're hacking at the door, that's fine, but...
Oh, I thought you were saying that it was blocked by vines on the other side of the door.
Yeah. You have to get inside to cut those, is what I'm saying.
Oh! I thought I managed to open the door just a bit. Never mind.
No, I'm trying to kind of...
I get what you're saying.
I'm trying to hammer home just how overgrown this place is.
Alright, who wants to break down the door?
I mean, I could give it a shot or two.
How
Go
about it?
for it.
Alright, I shall lay into it with my hand-to-hand combat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, presumably I should roll damage for that as well.
Yes, you should.
And I think I only get one attack per round.
Monks get
We're not in
2
combat.
and 5
Oh, right, yes.
at
'Cause I
level
still
5.
have the other fist.
Yep. Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily even need to be fists, you know? It could be feet, the head, shoulder, knee, anything. Whenever it comes to unarmed.
Yes. But here I am using my fist. The door
But-
should be fairly brittle if those vines have been leeching off it.
Yes, you are actually right. And as you punch through the first time, it does break a hole through as the brittle wood just kind of gives way and just breaks around your fist, basically, instead of letting you break down the door. But your second one, using the hole that you created first, just opens it more. And large enough that you can get through.
Well, after you, fearless leader, and I guess don't let the vines get you.
Oh, gee. How kind of you. Ladies first, am I right? Well, let's go on in.
You just kind of push the vines away.
So what's inside?
Give me a second.
Gotcha.
Well, as you walk inside, you hear a scream as Terry falls in front of you, writhing on the ground.
What?
The hell? Terry, what?
Terry!
And you can see that his head is beginning to turn into a giant carved pumpkin.
Oh my god!
Terry! What the hell's going on here?
Terry!
It's being transformed into it or being just covered?
It looks like it's being transformed rather painfully, actually.
Whoa!
Oh my god! I gotta cut his head off!
No, wait, hold on a second.
What the hell? What is this?
What are fucking horses?
What is this monstrosity?
Yeah, we're gonna have to help the dude. It's gonna...
I'm going to look behind me to
Nothing, we
see if
gotta
I
kill
see
it.
Terry.
Right.
You do not see Terry behind you.
Okay, so that's probably the real hero.
I'll go ahead.
And I look at you, and the carved face on the pumpkin is this big, massive, toothy grin.
Oh my
Terry!
god!
Go.
I'm so sorry. I have to cut your head off now.
We could try picking it first.
I just like go up to him and I hold him. Terry!
Terry, speak to me!
What would you like
Terry.
me to say?
Who did this to you?
Did what?
Checked your head.
And I touch my head, and it's like, what do you mean?
It's a pumpkin.
It's a gourd.
It's a squash.
Terry, your beautiful face.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thanks.
Can you even breathe?
You... I mean, you're fine.
And then I'll say, why was the jack-o'-lantern afraid to cross the road?
What?
It had no guts.
Classic Terry.
Terry, I swear to God, take that off.
You know, just touch my lips. Take what off?
It's like I just walk forward and I try to pull off the pumpkin.
As you try to pull off the pumpkin, your hands go right through it.
You and your minor illusion crap.
Terry.
Major.
Ah, that was good.
Classic Terry.
You could do that with minor if you
Oh,
Don't-
could I?
yeah, if you don't want to use the spell slot for that prank.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it with minor then. It was
God.
worse than spell slot, but I'll do it with minor.
God damn
Thank
it.
God we didn't cut your head off.
No,
This crazy bitch is gonna cut your head off. Yeah.
I was this close to cutting your freaking head off, man. I swear.
No one can stop saying it.
I'm just glad I suggested picking it.
Oh god.
Pure genius.
How she turned into a monster.
That's
All
someone
this
who's
witch
attacking
talk. All this witch talk, you thought.
you.
You
And
can't
if you were
blame me.
gone, and if you were gone, all there would be was her and her poor, shitty sense of humor.
Hell.
I don't know. I think our leader's pretty funny, especially when she's making calf eyes at Boss Man.
Who is, shut up! I do not make no what eyes.
Calf eyes. It means looking at him all googly-eyed.
I do not.
He absolutely did.
I'm about to punch you guys out into
Oh,
a
please.
I swear to God.
There's nothing here.
Well,
I mean, for all we know.
as Terry stands up, rights himself, and his head is back to normal, he says that. You hear what sounds like the striking of a match. And candles all around the room begin to light at once.
Well, that's
Just
ominous.
words.
I'm sorry, what?
That's gonna be-
I was trying to parse what you said.
Who?
You.
Me? I
Yeah.
said, did you say the magic words?
Oh. Well,
Because Terry was like, there's nobody here, and then the lights came on.
you don't know if he said magic words or not.
I was more like, what did Dainichi just say?
Oh, I said, well, that was ominous.
Yes, it was.
Well, as the candles light, the room is lit perfectly. And you can see on the farthest wall, in large letters, a strange rhyme. Who wants to read the rhyme?
And yes, me.
I'm thinking it should be somebody with resistance to magic. Just a thought. This is a witch village.
Fair point. Who has good resistance to magic?
Cough, cough, looks at the paladin.
Well, this is gonna be her anyway.
It's open. Goodness.
I'm just saying, one of us in this group has resistance to mental effects, and sorry, it's got to be you, boss.
Okay, there's a rhyme on the wall, and it says, "The patch is calm, and the moon is high. We no longer hear those witches' cries. The pumpkins smile and laugh with glee. Terrors stalk to shock at thee. Make sure you hide, please try and run. Put up a struggle, or it's just no fun. Can you escape and keep on track? Beware the night, it belongs to Jack." Huh.
Oh,
You think it's something about that blackjack that they were referring to earlier?
no,
Seems like.
he meant something else.
Your sarcasm is very much unneeded.
I say we just leave.
Leaving sounds about good to me, yeah. Spooky poem there says that we should probably book it.
Want us to go? Let's go.
As you turn around to leave the room, you see that the street is now alight with many staring faces carved into the pumpkins, smiling at you with light coming from inside of them.
Oh god. Guys, I don't think we're in a normal town.
Oh, what was your first clue?
I think we might need to proceed with caution from this point on.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We're certainly not in Kansas anymore. Too many pumpkins, not enough corn.
Pumpkins are giving me the creeps.
Oh, was it the random faces that showed up and are staring at us?
You know, I don't think that's a normal everyday occurrence. Do you?
No. So let's go.
As you continue your bickering,
The hell out of here.
you begin to hear a light sound coming from the town. It's almost like singing. And you hear, "Ah, ah." And it just seems to get louder and louder as you're just arguing about leaving.
Alright, now start walking out. I'm getting on the mule. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking random ass saying stuff in the distance. Go.
don't know if you noticed, but the streets are kind of topsy-turvy.
Oh, we know we were going straight, so we'll keep heading that direction.
Hey, Icto, what did one pumpkin say to the other pumpkin when he asked where the patch was? Talking pumpkin!
Ah,
Alright, that's good. But still, let's get the fuck out of here. How about the mule?
What, are you scared?
Did you not see what's around us?
yeah, I'm pretty scared. So yeah, we're not wrong to be scared here.
At the very least worried for my life.
Or your immortal soul.
Yeah. And I end up being one of these pumpkins for all the fuck I know.
Yeah, we're gonna try and leave.
All right. Well, as you walk forward, I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw. All of you. Nice.
Natural 20! And a natural 1.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration to reroll that.
You have to say before you do it.
Oh, alright, then I won't use
Unless
my
you're
inspiration
using
to
2.
reroll it.
If you're using 2, then you can. Or no, wait,
Alas, I don't have.
it's 3 that's a reroll. Right? No, it's 3 that's an automatic save. Or an automatic success.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was 2 for
I'm
the
confused
reroll.
now.
Alright,
So
this
I'm like,
this is basically like a group stealth check, by the way, so everyone needs to make one.
Group wisdom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
I
And
was
we're
just gonna
failing
say-
because of you.
So I'm constantly like saying jokes to hide my fear, to use my counter charm.
That's any friendly creature has an advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. Alrighty. Well, you're keeping things light, and you're not being frightened or charmed.
You can definitely tell you're scared, though.
What, with my roll?
Wow, 2 natural 1s in a row.
Yeah, I'm even saying some
Yeah.
bad jokes. You know?
And well, the pumpkin is the
Punchlines.
Yeah, it was like I've got a list of bad jokes here. It's like patch you later. Sorry I'm late. I had to pick up my pumpkin spice. I'm a pumpkin.
that was my favorite.
The way he said it, Pun King.
Well, do we want a Bulbin?
Oh, I've got him open.
Yeah, he is still there. So
Yes.
I kind of forgot about Bolden.
okay, so 3 fails, 2 successes. I didn't do the math before that happened.
Oh. What about the mule and the horse?
They don't get one.
They don't.
You guys are controlling them while riding them, so they're going where you tell them to, and they don't even seem phased by this. They're taking perfect orders from you and directions. But as you begin going down the street, you follow the road, and you find yourself near what looks like an area that's actually for farming.
Surprise, surprise.
And in the middle of the pumpkin patch, you see a figure with his arms stretched out wide, kind of leaning a little bit.
So a scarecrow?
Possibly.
You know, ghost stories taught me one thing. Do not trust a scarecrow in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably our blackjack.
Yeah, so I say we go
Is there any
give it a
distinguishing
wide,
features about this
wide
scarecrow?
berth.
Terry will shout to him, "Hey, good looking!"
Cool. Nice.
As you say that, you can hear the snapping of wood. And the scarecrow falls to the ground.
Oh, God, you just had to say something, didn't you?
How about we hurry along that way? Just
I'm out. I don't do ghost towns.
As you turn to continue,
I'm gonna keep my eye on that scarecrow.
you're met with a hill that goes up and almost bends over you, covered in smiling jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh my God!
okay.
I may have to take one of these as a souvenir.
How does this town keep doing this?
And you hear from the darkness as that drawing of the moon magically fills the ceilings bit by bit, more and more. The patch is calm and the moon is high. We no longer hear those witches' cries. What would you like to do now?
Well, go around the hill.
Alright, as you try to go around the hill, it seems to roll in your direction.
Oh God.
Alright.
Maybe it's an illusion. Does anybody have an illusion breaking magic?
Well, if you'd like, you could try to investigate it.
Alright. I'll take a look at it.
That's a hill! It's
I
coming!
Yeah, it's a hill.
So far as we can tell, this hill is like going down like an escalator.
Kanan, you stick firm, actually. And everyone else sees it just crash into you. And you are smushed in their eyes, but you are just fine.
Yeah, I
Then
think I
it's a mere
can.
illusion.
Oh God. He's dead.
I'm fine. It's an illusion. It's okay. Don't worry
What?
about it.
What?
You mean the hill's not crushing you?
As they hear your voice, they see you rise up, a bloodied mess, with a jack-o'-lantern on your head.
Oh. He's a zombie.
He's dead! That's it! This time I am cutting his head off!
I knew she was
I
going to
am
say
not
that.
dead.
And you can actually see this other version of you.
Most odd.
So
Oh,
it's
stop it.
it's
Stop it.
not
Cutting
in
his
your
head off.
place, is what I'm saying.
So if I actually cut his head off, I won't actually hurt him?
You don't know that.
As
Well,
far as we know.
You don't know that.
I'm gonna reach up and grab its foot.
Your hand just goes through it.
I wonder. I'm going to jump and wave my arms as high as I can and see if they poke through the bottom of the illusion.
Well, you are actually no longer in the illusion. The ground that rolled and fell on top of you flattened out underneath your feet, just like a wave of water would have.
I assumed he was above me.
But it does seem that you, at the moment, because you saw through it and they didn't, you are actually kind of invisible to them, your real version.
Ooh, this has potential.
Yeah.
Alright, he's dead.
What are you gonna do?
Now
Drop
here we all
mustaches
turn
on
to
us?
pumpkin zombies.
I am going to creep up and pick up a comparator
Yeah.
Oh,
and start floating him like a ghost.
Oh my
Oh,
god! So now you're fucking possessed!
The
You want
pumpkins
me to cut your head
smile
through?
and laugh with glee. Terror stalked to shock at thee.
Did you just say my name?
Oh my god.
Harry, shock with me? What?
Terrors.
I know.
Okay. I thought I didn't say it right.
I was sorry. I was going to say that joke when Lynette read it out, but that's the third time I've heard it now. Terry, 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 Terry.
But yeah, I'm gonna put Echo back down again.
what the hell's going on here?
I have no freaking clue, but I swear I'm gonna start cutting heads off.
He
Ooh, I
starts
know what I can.
smashing pumpkins around here.
I think I will use one of my fooder to create a doll to attempt to point them onward. Essentially using it like a compass to point the way forward.
All right. You see as one of Kanan's paper dolls appears before you and begins to try to wave you over and point you forward.
It's gotta be Canaan's spirit guiding us. Doing one last thing for us.
And as you follow this paper doll, you can hear a shuffling around you. Like a rustling in the vines. And that
We're being followed.
strange singing continues to get louder and louder. It's very generic. and stereotypical. And as your doll goes forward, it continuously changes which direction it's going, sometimes doubling back on itself. As if it knows the right way to go, but the right way to go keeps moving itself.
Alright, Kane, I'm gonna need you to make up your mind here.
So is this song that we're hearing just like a drone?
No, you're hearing the that.
That?
Am I cutting out while I'm doing that?
Yeah, I've not heard a single thing every time you said a song. I just hear.
Okay, it sounds like freaking Discord. God dang it. I have no idea how to do this without that.
Can you do it quieter?
Can I turn off the sound dampener or whatever it does?
You can actually turn it off, yes.
Okay,
So,
guide me. Voice and video.
probably
Actually, all you need to do is mouse over to the little squiggly line beside the disconnect button and click it, and then you can toggle it off.
yeah, noise suppression.
It is off.
Eh,
Oh, wow.
oof.
Just can't handle you.
Make some noise like clapping your hands while speaking. Your friends will hear nothing but your beautiful voice. I don't know why it does that. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it quieter.
Yeah, it's got out again halfway
Oh.
through.
Did you hear the first one at least?
Yeah.
God dang it. Stupid. I'm trying to do something here.
I think I've got the idea of what it sounds like the Whisper Man.
That's a good... I wish I could have remembered that in the moment.
Like trick or treat.
There's a little bit of inspiration from that in there, too.
Or maybe I'll cast silence on myself. Because everyone's close to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll cast silence.
Once, right?
Yeah, just on me. Well, it'll move with me, right?
I don't think it... It's centered on a point you choose. So it would have to be like a point. So you could put it exactly where you are, but it would not move with you.
Oh, I think that's pointless then. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I won't do it. Back to the drawing board.
But as you turn around once more, you see that scarecrow just a little bit closer.
Oh god.
How fast are you moving right now?
Faster now.
Yeah, probably as fast as the mule or horse.
I'm just wondering if you're going at like a smooth, like kind of casual pace, or if you're booking it right now.
Probably a little more than casual.
More like trotting than walking.
Yeah. I
All
want
right.
them to lose their footing, but going quickly.
Well, you hear as you're picking up pace through the town and the pumpkins. Make sure you hide. Please try and run. put up a struggle or it's just no fun. And you find yourself back in the middle of the town, surrounded by those buildings again.
I wonder if we should take them at their word and actually run. Moreover, can they see me now?
I would have them give me another wisdom save. Kanan, you don't have to. And don't forget you can add Stelago's charisma to your saves. Because of Paladin Aura.
I completely forgot about that. You know, not that it would have helped me. I got a nat 1 on the first save.
Oh yeah.
Big Bulbin's not scared.
Stelago?
Yes, what?
I would
Sorry?
like a wisdom save.
Oh, sorry.
Wisdom.
Got distracted.
Alright. So that's 2 successes, 2 fails.
What do I add from Stelago?
Charisma modifier.
It's their charisma modifier.
Which I think is 3.
And I've just noticed I've rolled 3 times because my mouse double clicks. So that Bulbin one doesn't.
Oh, I thought you were just reading something about Bulbin and he had advantage on wisdom saves or something.
Yeah, no, I thought it was the crit. 20.
Alright, well. Stelago, as you're going through, you actually somehow bump into Kanan. And he is just fine. But the others still think that they're being chased by Pumpkinhead Kanan.
Too bad I don't know anything to dispel the illusion, but oh, hello. I have something else I could do. Actually, no. Using light strikes me as a bad idea. You don't know. Fuck it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to cast light cantrip on myself. Oh, wait, no, I am definitely larger than... No, hang on, I'm not larger than 10 foot, so yeah.
Alright. And yeah, you'd basically be like putting it on your clothes or something. And yeah, as that light begins to shine, it actually becomes harder for them not to notice. So I would actually give them an additional wisdom save after that. With advantage. So only the ones that failed, though. So Stelago, you don't have to.
Cool.
Alright. Plus nothing. Yeah. Just kidding, it was an advantage.
All right. So Icto and Terry, that light shining you in the face and just blinding you for a moment, and you see Kanan there, just fine.
What the hell?
Yep, kept telling you guys it's an illusion, but apparently the illusion made me inaudible as well as invisible.
God, all I heard was the moans for the pumpkin zombie of you running after us.
Seems like there's something odd going on here.
And it also seems that Boblin is still under its effects. Bulbin.
Quite possibly. Maybe we should give him a pinch.
Oh, they.
I'm like watching my my green circle trying at different tones and volumes to get the
Let's slap him. Grab him by his cheeks and slap him around a bit.
Ah.
Snap out of it.
Why does this specifically not that work?
Yeah.
Do I have to be incredibly close?
That works.
Okay, I have to put my lips on my mic in order for it to pick it up.
Gonna make out with it.
Well, eat the mic.
Now try to slap Bulbin that right.
And he's like, "Why are you hitting me?" Oh, Kanan, there you are.
Alright. I think we're all good. See? I think we should burn this bitch down.
I think we could try and take a shot at the moon before we do that. 'Cause it occurs to me to think, when's the last time you looked up and saw the moon?
Some of you are like, "What's the moon?"
The fuck is a moon?
Yeah, so what the hell's the moon?
Oh, it's the thing we used to have back when we lived on the circus. Most of you aren't old enough to remember, but I'm old enough to remember stories of it. It's a big white ball in the sky.
Ah.
During something called night. Which we technically have a fake version of down here.
I was gonna just say, it just popped up in the sky sometimes when the sun wasn't there. And then sometimes it wasn't there.
That's weird.
The hell is the sun? You're speaking tongues, man!
Yes,
Alright.
that would also bear explaining.
I mean, I got explosives, but I can't get them up there.
I mean, I could give you a boost, but maybe if any of us have a sling?
No, but can I try to make a sling out of the vines?
You could, you surely could.
If they'd let you.
Well, yeah, that's right. I'm trying
I
to
mean, worst
grab a
case
vine.
scenario.
Try to grab a vine, take it off.
It is a ways up there if you're trying to go for the moon mural, though.
Yeah.
It's not like it's right next to you.
Well, I mean, I'm still like, trying to make a sling. You don't know.
I'm just saying you might not hit it with the sling, and then you'll have to be like, run!
Run!
Ball bearing!
And I suppose nobody here has a long distance projectile attack. I mean, I could give it a toss with a dart now that I think about it.
It's still probably about 300 to 400 feet in the air.
Yeah, I forgot anything. It's probably not going to reach that far.
They carve these caves out pretty good.
Like a dimension door up there, but on the way down's gonna.
Yeah. It's a different
I mean,
thing.
if you could dimension door me up there, I can slow my fall.
Can you slow mine? Because I'd be with you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't think I can
Hold on.
slow the fall of the two of us.
You are small. Holding on to him.
Having said that, I don't think I could slow my fall enough to survive 300 foot.
Yeah. Alright. So you know that's a possible thing messing with this. What does our fearless leader think?
Ooh, hang on. How many of those dimension doors do you have?
3.
So, in theory, we might be able to cast another one mid-fall.
Yeah.
But the problem is we probably keep on momentum for the fall. Yeah, I think the dimension door idea is probably a bad idea.
Especially if it doesn't work.
You begin to hear a shuffling towards you. Almost like a dragging against the floor or the stones of the street.
Perhaps we should do the rest of our planning on the go. It sounds like old Jack is catching up to us.
Well, do we see anything really changing this time, or can
Well,
easier?
there seems to be the clothing and the armor seems to be stretching forth and crawling towards you, with jack-o'-lanterns coming out of the neck holes as they get closer.
Alright.
And the vines are beginning to close in towards you.
I think we're probably gonna have to fight.
What was your first clue?
You shut the fuck up.
I mean, we could certainly try, but I'm thinking that these crawling things are probably illusions too, so I think maybe we try and escape. But you could always toss an explosive at one to find out.
That's what I'm doing. One ball bearing, create miner, throw it out.
Make that attack
Throw it out
roll.
with 'em.
I think there's an attack roll. I don't remember if there's an attack roll.
It's a DC.
It's a DC. Well, a couple of them just burst. But you feel the pumpkin guts that are left inside. They're not completely hollowed out. Almost like, for effect, there's some stringage behind them.
Yeah.
And you get hit by a couple pieces. They are very much physical.
I think I has proven enough.
Seems like.
And as you look around you, the thousands of pumpkins are still closing in on you. And are you guys off the horses and mule, or are you on them?
I think I got off so I could slap Bulbin, and I'm now standing off of it.
Well, you can feel some of those vines wrapping around your leg.
Yeah, I'm thinking run rather than fight. I think we're a little outnumbered here.
Alright, then I'll hop back on the mule, thinking, you're not holding me down, and
And you realize that you're basically back in front of that building you went in before. So, what's the plan?
how was our leader think?
Hmm. Well,
Yeah, leader
I-
pants.
I'm not sure what we should do, honestly. Just try and get the hell out of here.
I mean, I could pop into that house real quick and overturn one of those candles before we leave. I'm just saying.
Well,
burn this place down? That's an idea.
it's a good idea as that is.
They're still closing in on you, though. Reaching
I'm
out for you.
I'm throwing
Oh,
some
God.
ball bearings, exploding a few out there.
I will use that distraction to rush into the house and do exactly that. Set fire to it.
Throw
Gotcha,
another
yeah.
one out there.
Well, as you rush into the house, the building that you got in before you, on a pole of wood, is that scarecrow.
Not again.
I shall attempt to sneak by him.
Well, he is...
Actually, no. I'll sneak away from him.
Yeah, he is right underneath the rhyme that you guys read the first time you were in the building. And he looks like he's facing towards the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna book and inform the guy that Scarecrow's in there, so we should probably not be.
And you can
That's what I think
hear
we're getting.
you can hear the voice calling out again to finish the rhyme. Can you escape and keep on track? And he begins to step down from his pole with a heavy footstep. And he said, "Beware the night. It belongs to Jack."
Wow, that was pretty creepy.
And the pumpkin-headed creature screeches towards you with a... And he begins to wave his arms made of vines and twigs, reaching out for you as he begins to rush forward.
Okay.
Oh my.
Let's see.
Tossing the pews aside as he bashes through all of them, coming after you. What do you do?
Okay,
Kanan left the doorway, right?
Yes, I have run outside of the house, and I was going to have my Shikigami dive bomb him, but if you got a better idea, I'm open to
I
it.
was gonna cast grease outside the doorway.
Excellent idea. And then I will have my Shikigami dive bomb him when he steps on it.
Yeah, or cast grease out there.
To try and throw him off balance.
Yeah.
Okay. DC's 15. Right?
Great.
Dexterity.
I think so.
Of course he makes it.
Yeah, he just kind of plants his feet.
Probably uses the just his bodies to grab onto the ceiling and hop over.
Well, it was impossible to fail.
Yeah, technically. I just looked at it. His spindly arms grab into the frame of the door and pull himself through and over the grease. And as he lands beside you all, he rears back and screams. What would you do now?
I'd say we probably have to stand our ground.
Yep,
Surrounded
we gotta
by
stand our ground.
pumpkin zombies around us.
Well, as you look around, you actually notice that there is a clear path.
I'd probably opt for running. I don't think this is an opponent that brute force will fare very well against.
Well, he does say put up a struggle or it's just no fun. I say we give him what he wants and make a run for it.
Alright, let's fucking go then.
Run!
Turn that mule and take off down this open path.
And I will have my bird Shikigami harass old Jack to try and slow him down.
Yeah, scarecrows don't like birds.
Thankfully, my Shikigami are mindless and therefore immune to effects like charm and fear.
Well, as he's being harassed by the bird, Shikigami, he kind of doesn't really look like he's swiping at it, more like flailing his arms like no!
Like an inflatable tube man.
Get away.
Yeah. So he's not actually trying to swipe at it so much as flailing.
He's just flailing at him.
And he continues to try to run after you, but also looks a little bit more like he's running away from the bird. And as you look back, you can see as he's jumping incredibly far and almost floating through the air as he's backlit by that portrait of the moon above you.
You think that portrait has something to do with him?
I mean, in the portrait of the moon, it seems to be connected to is rising. I would assume so. Can I run an insight on that?
I don't necessarily know if insight would work on that. Possibly an arcana.
Well,
But
I guess I'm not completely off with Arcana.
insight would be more like judging a person or creature's intentions or something, you know? Or like reading between the context.
Yeah.
Which I guess you could technically insight, if we're going that way, on the rhyme, you know?
On the what?
Like, you would technically be able... I'm just using the rhyme as an example. You would technically be able to use insight to read into, like, hidden meanings in text as well.
It does say the patch is calm and the moon is high. So yes, the moon probably does have something to do with him.
I will actually insight the text of the rhyme itself.
Alright, roll it.
And I believe I have advantage on that if it pertains to, hang on, it should be... Oh, it might not actually work on this.
Read it out for me.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's advantage in insight checks flat out. In Decisive Sense, you have advantage on investigation and insight checks.
Then yeah. You get that 23. And we'll go line by line because you basically Jimmy Neutron brain blasted this thing. You've been kind of thinking about it the whole time ever since you've been hearing it. And the patch is calm, and the moon is high. Moon being the circular picture above you that seems to be magically moving with the time. But the patch doesn't actually seem to be very calm right now. We no longer hear those witches' cries. Could be that before, whenever the witches were here, this didn't actually happen. And the pumpkins are smiling and laughing with glee. And as you look around at the jack-o'-lanterns' faces and everything, none of them seem to really have a look of anything more than a smile. Terrors have been stalking you and shocking you all, for sure. And everything seems to be driving you to hide or run away. And it does seem that it wants you to put up a struggle, but you haven't really needed to technically defend yourself this entire time. And the line, "Can you escape and keep on track?" could be referring to a little bit of a kind of "you can do it" kind of attitude with the "can you escape" part. Almost like the rhyme is rooting for you.
You put a lot of thought into this, WheatTon.
And the "beware the night, it belongs to Jack," well, that's kind of self-explanatory. There's no necessary hidden meaning except for he possibly is only active at night.
for whatever that's worth. Take a place that's always nice.
Yeah.
But that is what your insight gleans.
Do you pass that along?
I shall indeed pass it along with the suggestion that perhaps escape is indeed possible were one to get past the illusions.
So, how do we figure out what's an illusion and what's not?
I mean, we could try mowing it down with a horse.
Yeah.
I generally tend to find things aren't illusions fare badly to getting run over.
I just picture us trying to leave the town, and in reality, we're just running around in circles.
I could go right up to him and show him the end of my piercer.
I mean, we could use your piercer to mark our trail as we go.
That's not as fun, but yeah.
What's your plan?
Well, let's see. Maybe if we figure out a way to get rid of that moon, it'll make all of us stop.
Our moon's 300 feet up.
At least.
300 to 400.
Okay,
Around
maybe
there.
not then. Or, well, maybe we can buy out the time until it goes back to the other way.
You
Well, it
gonna
does
run
say try
around
to
for
run
a couple of hours?
Never mind. Okay? So
Let's
that's two
take
plans
all
that-
of the exhaustion.
2 plans that are out then.
I mean, worst case scenario, we could try and hide, because it does say try to run or try to hide.
I think that's probably a good idea, I guess. If until we can figure out a way to break this illusion, we just gotta keep running. Let's go.
Okay, I didn't mean to click that, but
You have been able to... It's probably been around a minute of you running away and stuff.
yeah, I'm gonna ask if we were considered in battle. As
You
someone
are
says
not
out of
considered
battle.
in battle.
Right then. Could analyze Jack.
All right, well, yeah, you,
Yeah, is he a fiend or an undead?
it doesn't... I don't know how you would know that. You could try to do a religion check if you
Well,
want.
I meant with this. Like, is he a fiend? Is he?
He's
Okay.
not showing up on your divine sense.
So then, what the hell is he? Is he just another illusion?
Well, he was able to affect the seats inside of the town hall,
So no.
and he has actually had to evade the grease that was put down.
Right.
Also, the Shikigami bird was able to harass him.
He's most likely a construct.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna start charging. One charge.
While we continue running.
Charging my piercer, yeah.
All right. Well, as he continues to jump through the air, he winds up landing in front of you all. And he reaches forward and screams at you.
Okay. Gonna do another charge in this moment.
Sure.
I'm gonna leap towards him and use the piercer.
Alrighty, make that attack roll.
Analyze.
Alright. As you bring that piercer forward, you see the piston cock and shoot. But he takes no damage. It does connect, but it seems like it just goes through his vines.
But he's supposed to take that damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And as you're standing there, he looks down at the piercer that went through his vines. And he looks back up at you. And he looks down at it. And he looks back up at you. And then he just waves his arms and screams at you.
I'm gonna kick his head off. Oh wow, both of those are bad rolls.
Well, he's able to dodge both of those. And in response, he just waves his arms in the air and screams at you. You notice that his fingers are wiggling a little bit at the same time.
Huh.
Gotta
I'm going to
Fuck.
insight him.
What the fuck is going on with you?
He's
Let's
kind of
find
cute,
out.
really. His little fingers going. "Woo."
You can see a little bit of a change in the expression in his carved face. Almost like he's maybe a little sad. Just a slight tinge of sadness as you guys are no longer running away. And he continues to, but he takes a big breath and he goes, and he screams at you once again.
Is he wearing clothes?
He seems to have a cape.
A cape?
Yeah, like almost like a cloak made out of the vines and fibers.
It's a. Would you say it's an object? Still living because it's made out of plants.
I mean, it would be a worn object.
It's not being worn, so it's worn. I can't do that.
Also, Kanan, with that insight, you're actually noticing from his actions that he hasn't tried to actually hurt anyone.
Of course not. He's just having fun.
I think this is just a game to him.
Oh, and I'm going to try and intimidate him by screaming back.
Alright, as you scream back, he kind of reels back and puts his little fingers, his little wiggly fingers, on his pumpkin head. And you hear him begin to laugh. He's like, yeah, right, bro.
I don't think you intimidated him.
No, but he did definitely find that funny.
But he kind of stops for a second and like peeks between his fingers, and then he kneels forward and gives you a Did I scare you? Did I get you for a little bit at least?
I would say we were pretty scared. Yeah, we were pretty. We were running for a pretty long time there.
Yeah, we were pretty scared. I was gonna cut some heads off, I swear though.
Yeah, I think our leader here needs a change of drawers.
I do not.
I'm pretty fucking pissed off. You know what kind of timetable we're on? I get in the guy's face, pointing at him.
Please, please. There's no need to be mad.
Thank you.
All I've done is delay you a tad.
A tad?
Yeah, it means just a little bit.
I know what it fucking means, you stupid piece of shit.
Just saying, you sounded like you didn't know.
I'm about to throw two more explosives at you. We need to get out of here.
No, no, you can't. I must delay you a bit further.
On whose orders?
On no orders. It's just the rules.
Oh, I see.
And how
Well,
much
it
longer
was
it
carry a
takes.
bit longer.
Okay.
Although the jig is up, I can no longer scare you. Please have a seat. And then vines reach up and turn into stools and chairs for you all.
I shall take my seat.
Huh? It's rude to not be, accepting. I'll sit.
I mean, he was quite a fine host, providing some, albeit unexpected entertainment. We'd be bad guests if we didn't take him up on this offer.
Yeah, he's pretty fun. You gonna sit down, Ickty?
Ah, sit down, you stupid asshole.
Well, let me introduce myself. As he waves his hand over his head, he pulls a witch's hat from nowhere and tips it to you before putting it back on his head. My name is Jack. As you might have already guessed, by my riddle I came up with. Did you like it? Did you like my riddle? Or, not riddle, rhyme? It's more of a rhyme than a riddle.
Was pretty fun.
Quite ingenious.
Well,
Not much for
So,
reals.
I'm guessing you are a real witch then.
oh no, no. I am actually just the vengeful thoughts of witches that were killed in this village. By some man known as Tolston, I think his name was.
Tolston, huh?
Tolson?
Yes, yes.
Like
Tolson sounds like a bad dude.
Like a dub name.
He was also known as the Mage-Slaying Blade or something like that.
Ah,
I've heard of him.
Have
I've
you?
heard of a mage slaying blade.
Kanan, you might have heard of the recent Mage Slaying Blade.
Yes, I was imagining I'd be familiar with the more recent one.
Which, if you'd like, you can do a history on that.
I shall indeed.
You've heard about her. Her name is Violet, but that's about all you know.
Must have been a previous witch slaying blade. As the current one is most certainly no Tolson.
Anyway, I noticed you going through my humble little village, my little patch, the place where I was born, the place where I grew.
It's quite lovely, if not a little bit overrun.
Usually I only get, the occasional adventurer trying to exercise or kill me. I figured since you were actually starting to attack me, I should stop you. And kind of let the jig be up.
Yeah.
Probably was for the best.
Certainly was for the best that nobody got their head cut off.
Who would do that?
You.
Yeah, you'd have to be some kind of crazy woman, right?
Or man. Why does it have to be a woman?
Oh, well, because specifically.
No
Hard.
reason.
Yeah, I don't know what to talk about.
Certainly our fearless leader would never cut heads off willy-nilly without investigating.
Surely not.
Yeah, leader wants to look into things a little bit more.
Well, that's what we
Anywho's.
like about our fearless leader. Always hands-on.
You know me. Think first, ask questions later. Or act first, ask questions later.
Anywho's, anywise. I peeped your future, saw demise. Decided to keep you here a little longer.
Wait, what? What the hell did you say?
What was that about demise?
Oh,
A future?
don't worry about that. If you just stay for a little while, you should be able to avoid said future.
Exactly what are we trying to avoid?
Well, our demise. Didn't you hear him?
Demise from what, though?
Demise, destination. It matters not.
But we kind of need to
Does it
get
have to
to
do
our
with the
destination.
job we're going on?
I wonder if this information would possibly harm or help you.
Well,
I don't see how it could harm.
I shall give you, since I need to delay you anyway, you may play with me 3 games.
Oh, God.
didn't
I have
play
4 options for you. And a little bit between you and me, let's not play the 4th one.
Then why give us the option?
Because others have taken it. I like to allow people to make their own choices.
Why? You don't have to if you don't like doing it.
1. I would like you to catch me a will-o-wisp with this bug net.
What?
Yes.
A will-o-wisp?
Okay.
They're little shiny balls of lights. They're little spirit
Are they made
things.
of gas?
They're more like souls.
You want us to catch
Want us
souls?
to catch. Want us to catch a will wisp with a net.
Yes, this net right here.
Alright, I take
Sounds
the net.
like
Okay.
the whole bucket of steam trick to me.
That's what I was thinking. If, to my knowledge, unless that net's specially enchanted, it's just going right through them.
Alright, well, where do we find one?
Oh, they're around. I'll even allow you to move around without being hindered anymore.
Okay, what about the other games?
Okay?
One at a time.
2. You must create and perform an original song and dance for me.
I refuse.
Number 3. It's a basic game of hide and seek. You must find me. The hiding place is the entire village of the patch. Base. Well, let's make base the building in which I started screaming at you.
Or you can call it just a town hall.
Town hall, yes. Is that what they call that?
Or church,
I don't
whatever it
know.
was.
I don't know either. Man, it was kind of quite a coincidence that you chose to go into that one.
Why?
Because no one ever goes into that one.
No one?
I've got a wall written with that rhyme in every single building in this town.
Candles too?
Yeah. You've got to have the
Like
candles.
the 70s here.
I got a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah.
I'll believe that.
And number 4, we can play a game of blackjack.
An actual game of blackjack? Well, why don't we want to do that one?
Because everyone dies when they play blackjack with me.
What?
Why?
The fuck are you doing?
He
What
seems to
exactly do
be...
you bet with?
He seems to actually be exuding his own music, by the way. But whenever you ask why people die whenever they play blackjack, the music stops. And his happy jack-o'-lantern face begins to sink in and turn black. And the light from within his head snuffs out. And you see nothing but a haunting darkness behind his eyes. And he leans over you, almost growing in size. And you feel the weight of this creature weighing down on you as he says, "You won't like blackjack." And then immediately switches back to Happy Jack.
Alright, I guess we don't have to do that.
Don't worry. You'll
I've
get
seen
prizes
it.
for each one you pass.
Yeah. Do we have to pass them or just participate?
I think that you have to pass at least 2 of 3.
Okay.
I think our best bet is catching a wisp at hide and seek.
I'll go, performing a song.
Yeah. Are we?
Well, we're waiting.
Waiting on me?
Sorry.
I'm waiting on you. Which is your first choice?
So yeah, are we starting to vote here? Or
Which one would you like to play first? How about we take a restroom and snack and drink break while we think about it?
Fair enough.
That works.
All
Works for me.
right.
I'll get my drum ready.
I shall be right back.
I shall also be right back. I need to use the little pumpkins room. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So what you thinking? You writing that song already?
Yeah, no. I have a song, but it's not even a song, it's just something. But, you know, like, my character would want to. As soon as he heard performing, he'd be like, yes.
Well, it's a good time to really get into it.
I'm back.
Welcome back. But even though I, myself, me, suspect that this is just wasting our time, I think Terry would be like, I'll perform.
Why do you think this is wasting your time? Because he said
whole-
he's there wasting your time?
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's like let's play your games then. Let's just do it instead of no, we've got to go.
I think you guys should do this song.
I think we should do the song.
What do you think?
About what?
I think you guys should do the song.
I don't know. I'm no good at musical theater. I mean, I like watching it certainly, but performing's not really my thing.
Yeah, I'm not exactly the best singer in the world.
I mean, we all don't have to do it, do we? We could just get Terry to do it.
Yeah, you all have to contribute the words, the lyrics, and you all must dance to it. But only one person has to sing.
Also, we have to actually write a song.
Yeah.
I think we should just kill him.
Ah,
That would be mean after he's been such a gracious host.
Gracious.
You can definitely try to choose blackjack if you want. Because that's basically the just fight him option.
if we don't kill him, then we can possibly keep him.
You also do have to think you are definitely in what would be considered his lair.
Yeah, so hide and seek will be a pain in the ass too. And just so you know, Terry doesn't want to fight, but I do. Like I'm finding it hard to play a character that doesn't want to fight. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe Terry should just sing the song.
Yeah, I don't think I can. Otherwise, I would. I mean, we all have to write it.
Y'all have to write it, but only one of them has to sing it. And if you guys want to, like, I'll just say it. If you guys want a cliffhanger here and then come back with, like, a full musical score, you guys would have basically permanent inspiration for, like, 2 months.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Full musical score. We're not gonna have that.
Full musical score,
Yeah.
lyrics, recorded.
Choreography.
No, that would end up being like Cats, the movie, not the musical.
Now with the animated buttholes.
Yeah.
The CGI
Seriously, who
buttholes.
thought it was a good idea to make a movie of that? Way, way better in theater.
The animated buttholes.
Alright, are we all back?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts?
I think those. I think those literal things you always answer. You know, using violence for the answer. Definitely not okay. We're just playing games with them.
Uh-huh.
That might have been one of the points.
We haven't got time for games. We've got like a time limit, and he's trying to delay us.
I mean, I believe him when he says that he's delaying us from walking headlong into our deaths.
Yes, please, talk amongst yourselves. I'll just be here. And then he leans back and kind of floats a little bit above the ground, and it looks like he's in a recliner.
Oh, Terry will just say, well, if we're gonna like waste our time playing games, we might as well have gone the long way around.
I mean, yeah, but if we kept going that route, somebody would have gotten hurt.
Honestly, if you would have gone the long way around, I wouldn't have to do this.
Guess we should have.
Well,
How about we just go with the hide and seek method?
I mean, we'll need to do wisp hunting and hide and seek, so either one is fine.
No one ever chooses the song.
You wish.
There are people who go hunting for a living, and you're like, sing us a song. What do you expect? Bust out a musical for you?
I think it was.
Easy.
I will say this as well. The more you complete successfully, the more prizes you get.
My vote is just doing hide and seek.
Your vote is the vote that counts. We're waiting on you to decide what we do.
Let's just start with hide and seek.
Starting with
What are your
hide and
rules?
seek.
Yeah, sure. What are your rules for hide and seek?
The rules are, you have 1 hour to find me. Somewhere in this town. Should you leave the town, you forfeit. Should the time run out, you fail. And should I make it to the town hall while you are chasing me, once again you fail. However, if you would like to add an additional rule, you all can. But you only get one. Whatever it is, I will abide by it. And it cannot interfere with the other rules.
Wait, to be clear, our win condition is if any member of our party touches you.
Yes.
Okay. I have no rule to add. So if anyone else wants one,
And what does a forfeit entail?
A forfeit entails 1 loss, you do not get the prize, and you must complete two of the other games. Which would be the wisp hunt or the song.
I guess the wisp, huh?
I'll use my cantrip message to Stelago and say we could just get into hide and then leave.
There's an idea. We might try that.
I mean, those rewards sound nice.
So,
Well,
So-
you've already said, right? Playing hide and seek first.
so we have an hour to find him, I guess. So, do we need to start counting or something?
All right. In the real world, it seems to be 9:18 here, where I am. So, at 10:18, you will have officially lost. If you have not found me and touched me by then. In order to touch me, game rules wise, you must make an unarmed strike against me. And hit.
Expressly unarmed, or do natural weapons count?
It's just for the attack roll.
Ah.
You cannot use familiars or, you know, the little bird
Are you
thing.
looking at my character sheet while I'm reading that?
If that was, no?
I mean, I was counting my familiars as part of the party, so
You can't,
it's a good thing you mentioned that.
you can find me with them, you can't touch me with them.
Seems fair.
But, alright. I would like you all to close your eyes and count to 50.
I shall also recall my bird so he doesn't spot you leaving.
Good man, good man.
And then, yes. Closing my eyes after recalling the bird.
Oh, you're all so sweet. Especially you, Mr. Pottymouth.
Shut your fucking pumpkin face.
Oh, the squawkings of the weak.
Yeah, I know, right?
You shut up too.
All right. Is everyone counting?
Sure.
I'm waiting until to leave until you start counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I counting to?
48,
49.
49. No.
Yeah, we're counting to 50.
Well, as you turn around, he's gone.
This seems like it might be a call for... I mean, I don't know how much good it will do, but I do have a Shikigami that might be helpful for this. So I shall fold up and deposit my kite in my pocket and bring out the Shikigami wolf.
All right.
Who I will then have. First, I'm going to look. Yeah, no, I'm going to have the wolf give a good sniff on the Icto's stake driver, which so recently impaled our friend Jack there. Would that be a perception roll?
Yes, with advantage, because wolves have advantage on smelling perceptions.
Huh, not bad. And thankfully on advantage.
Harry will give everyone in the party an inspiration dice.
Oh, yeah?
The bardic inspiration die.
Bardic inspiration. Yes.
Ooh. That means I have 2 inspiration. I can reroll if I wanted to.
I'll let it work with bardic inspiration, sure. But you have to spend at least 1 regular inspiration and 1 bardic inspiration in order to do that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I'd do, because I have 1 for the start. I mean, if I need to. I don't think I need to here.
So yeah, so just by like giving you all like pep talks, you'll all have a D10 to use once within the next 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't realize it added a D10.
Yeah, bardic inspiration is a little different.
Okay, so then, yeah, that's not technically an inspiration, but I can add that. I can and I will add D10 onto my wolf roll. Total of 21. Nice. So I used up my bardic inspiration fairly quickly.
All right. So that 21, you're able to sniff them out pretty good. And pretty quickly. Give me a second. But
Oh, it's
whenever
okay.
you get to the area that the wolf has smelled, you see a stick with Jack's hat on it plunged into the ground. And a note that says, "Lolol."
I'm gonna take his hat. And then I'm going to give it to the wolf to sniff.
I would say that this one gets a little bit more of a good sniff. So you'd get an extra +5 to this one.
Oh, nice. And with advantage, that makes it 26.
You follow the wolf around until you come to a patch of jack-o'-lanterns. And the wolf kind of stops. Looking at them, he can't really tell which one is which. But the smell has brought you to that specific pumpkin patch.
Okay, so he's probably in this patch somewhere, but I think this is as close as my old Popper's nose can take us.
Okay. Now let's start narrowing it down. Just get a handful of ball bearings. And start flicking them in random places one by one.
Yeah.
Feels a little excessive, but also vaguely on brand.
Casting minor explosion. One over there. One
Is that
over
really
there.
necessary?
And one over there. And one over there.
You left your charge
I
on.
did. I forgot about that.
Well,
My bad.
as you begin tossing these, and technically I think you can make 2 of these at a time, by the way. It does have a level up, or whenever you reach higher levels.
2 explosions at 5th level. Yeah, I can make 2.
I think you can still only throw 1 at a time, though.
Yeah.
But still.
Man, tossing them out.
Well, as they begin to explode all over the place, and they begin to, you know, kind of clear up, you notice one of them, the eyes are actually moving. And, like, looking at each place that the explosions occur until a ball bearing rolls right next to him. And you hear, "Eee!"
There he is.
Dude, even with a nat 1, he succeeds.
Well, I mean, that one on stage would still be a failure, right?
That's only with attack rolls.
Now, here's where I will step in with Step of the Wind. Because I have a 50-foot default movement, so
Well, as you get close enough, he will use his reaction. And yeah, technically I can do what I'm trying to do. He conjures a flaming pumpkin in his hand and throws it at his feet. Boop. And he hits the ground. I don't know why I rolled for that. But as it explodes, you hear a frightening scream. And you see this shadow of a creepy shadow. Just a general creepy shadow. And because he didn't hit anybody with this, he's not going to do any damage. But since he waited for you to get within 20 feet of the explosion, Kanan, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh,
well, I actually don't need to because I'm immune to being frightened.
You're immune to being frightened? Dang.
Oh wait, that's not the one. It's oh, I'm not immune to being frightened. I can just end it with an action. Right, so I do in fact need to make the save.
Alright, that is a fail.
I think I might have. Hang on, I want to check something real quick first.
doesn't he still get advantage because I gave him the inspiration die? It doesn't say if you've spent it or not.
I meant that to be who has an inspiration die. Not just you granted it to him and then they no longer... Because under those rules, then forever they would have advantage to resist the frightened condition.
That's
So
how I
while they
read it.
have it.
So yeah, it's while they have it.
Oop. Oh wait, no, that's charm. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm now frightened. In which case, I'm going to have to use stillness of mind to end my pride, which I shall do.
All right.
2 seconds.
But this
just
means
2
I don't
seconds
have an action.
Before we move on, please, just 2 seconds. I can still give him advantage. With counter charm. With my little tap dancing.
Oh,
And he can hear you. And it does seem
it's
like
19 to succeed.
counter charm just doesn't have a number of uses.
No, it doesn't seem to.
I don't know why I always thought it did. Maybe because I never read it. No offense, counter charm. You're not the most exciting feature.
It's still pretty useful, it looks like.
It's useful, but not very exciting.
I mean, you've not seen my tap dance yet.
Pretty exciting.
Little turtle with his clippity clap.
All right, well, you have advantage, but let me do the math here. I apparently didn't write it down. 8 plus 7 plus 7 is 22. So his save DC would be 22. Dang, really?
So then, yes, I will still have to use stillness of mind. Now, so I'm unable to touch him, or I'm unable to attack him, but I am standing right next to him, so, and I still have a reaction, so I am going to attempt to hit him if he tries to move out of reach.
Alrighty.
In the meantime, presumably the other members of the party shall be closing or doing something.
I can try to run up to him. But I still got little legs. So, how far away from me was us?
He wasn't too far. I would say
within 100 meters.
I would say that you were farther away than his fright bomb. His fright bomb's scream.
So more than 20 meters, but less than 100.
Yeah, so maybe
Somewhere
around
within that range.
maybe around 40-ish.
40-inch?
Yeah, 40-ish. I mean, it could be 45. You want me to put it 45?
I mean, I only moved at 25.
Okay, so you don't want me to do that.
So, I mean, it wouldn't really matter. I'd have to use a dash to get close.
Unless you have something that can bring him to you or immobilize him.
Don't. Expeditious retreat.
I'm
Still
waiting.
don't think
I'm
I'll
being a
move
good
as
boy.
fast as you. I still don't think I'll move as fast as you. Still only be going 50. Right now. Right in this moment. Expeditious retreat to go 50. Can't do nothing because I saw use max. I don't know. If I'm close enough there, I'll try to reach for him.
Dashing with 50.
Yeah.
You would be close enough.
Let's try to give him a good smack.
And you were able to... You used Expeditious Retreat, you said?
Yes.
So that you could bonus action dash?
Yeah.
Okay. It'd be 1d20 plus your strength modifier, plus your proficiency bonus for your unarmed attack roll.
That's an equal and not a plus. 20s and straight there. Right, they're both.
All right.
My little hands catch anything?
Well, he already used his reaction. So yes, your little hand did. And
Bravo, Ecto.
he's actually kind of disappointed how badly he did.
Yeah. You didn't think I could get that fast, did you?
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
You're both very speedy.
You should have judged people, you fucking asshole.
Bulbin could also dash as a bonus action as well, so he was next. I picture him like while he's running over to like hug him.
That'd be a hug you need surgery to recover from.
Alright. Okay, you lost. Should have hit better.
I thought I hit pretty
I
well.
think it was a crapshoot once you started blowing up mountains.
Well.
All right.
Somebody who loves to explode things.
Well, for your first prize, a chance of 50 you must meet. Choose right or left. Get trick or treat.
That's. What, a prize of the rhyme? Or a riddle?
No, he's holding out his
Saying we can
hands.
choose left or right and we'll get trick or treat accordingly.
It's still not a prize.
I mean, we don't know what the treat is.
We don't know what the trick is. Well. I picked the right.
You pick the right,
Yeah.
and he holds you out what looks like a pumpkin seed.
Okay. Take it from him.
Says, "Oh, you got a good one."
I'm not supposed to plant it or eat it.
No, 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 no. This could save you in the next town. Should it be necessary.
Right.
Whenever you need it, throw it at a point, and it may protect you.
At any point?
Well, as far as you can throw 30 feet.
Okay.
But this one is better closer to you.
So I just like drop it on the ground next to me? Is it fine? Or...
Okay, your character doesn't know this, but if you want, you can do an Arcana to see if you can figure out what this does.
Alright, let's do that.
Albin will as well. He likes seeds. Oh, you don't need me.
It seems like he doesn't really want to tell you what it does. So yeah, you using Arcana, this will very quickly grow a pumpkin. A jack-o'-lantern, actually.
Okay.
Now, you don't really know what effect that might have. But you know what it does. And out of character, you can easily find that out, but don't be cheating about it.
I won't be cheating.
Even if you do find out what it does, just act like your character doesn't know and is taking a leap of faith.
Okay. Alright, tuck it away. Alright, what are we doing next?
I should also say the more that you succeed, the better your prizes get.
Well, I guess we're on to the next thing, which is,
Maybe you'll help this time.
well, you had it handled. What did I need help for?
You're so stupid. You're over there, lady. It's fast.
So for the next announcement of what we're doing, I do a little drum roll.
Love the flair there, Ter.
Oh, what are we doing? Catching the will-o-wisp? What's happening? Oh, Stanley.
You can see and hear a pumpkin on the side. It just says, I think we should do the song.
No! No, I throw a ball bearing in that direction.
Look, I'm gonna start taking this a little personally. Could you please stop doing that?
It's kind of my whole thing.
What was the other option?
The song.
The song, Catching the Will-o-Wisp, or Blackjack.
Oh yeah, let's do the will-o-wisp thing.
Seems like will-o-wisp is the best one.
All right, here you are. Your net. And it's an oversized bug net.
Now, this bug net, I'm presuming, is enchanted to be able to catch wisps, yes?
Just a normal net.
Do we
How
have
long-
to use the net to catch the will-o-wisp?
You have to bring it to me in the net, yes. But
Oh.
you may do things to the net should you wish.
Alright, I understand.
think all your bardic inspiration has expired. I mean, that probably took longer than 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Ready?
So, what would you like to do in order to catch this wisp?
Let's see if I've got anything that might help. I've got command. I can tell the creature to halt and let us catch it.
Oh, we gotta find it.
Then let's find it.
And he said you had to bring it to him in the net.
Yeah, so if we halt it, catch it in the net, then we can bring it to him.
It only does that for one turn, though.
Well, then somebody will have to come up with a way to make sure it doesn't get away in the net.
Also, can that be used on undead?
It just says a creature.
So, a wisp is undead?
Yes.
Well, that's Bulbin's favorite enemy.
It says a flying creature stays aloft, provided it is able to do so.
Bulbin should help us find one.
Yep.
Why not read the whole thing, though?
Because it's long.
Speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it.
I don't read. I don't read. Never mind, that ain't gonna work.
There we go, Bulbin is fine.
Bulbin, what's Bulbin gonna do?
We're
His
tracking one.
favorite enemy is undead.
Oh, true.
Alright, well... You're actually able to... Knowing how the undead work, you're able to know that will-o-wisps actually are known for floating off in the distance and dropping people off of cliffs and into swamps and stuff
Oh, jeez.
by making people follow them through the land. So wherever would be closest to a cliff or a kind of swampy murk place, and you actually find a little bit of a swampy area in the patch.
Really?
Yes. Which seems to
also
be
tell
kind
the-
of molded.
Oh, God. I'll tell
Like-
the group everything I know about them as well.
Like regular mold or Ockrith mold?
Like, the rain that created this swamp was bad.
So Ockrith mold?
Yes.
Well, no touching that.
Yeah.
And all the jack-o'-lanterns with the mold have frowny faces. But you do find a number of kind of firefly-esque looking orbs of light in all different colors.
So how do we go about catching one? Anybody got an idea?
Well, how fast are you?
I'm not fast when it comes to the moss over there, or excuse me, the mold.
I mean, assuming we can physically touch it, I could paralyze it. I'm not sure how we, actually touch it, since I'm pretty sure they're incorporeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does one go about catching a will-o-wisp? Oh, I got her healing spells and whatnot.
And you might do, if you'd like, you could try to do a... these are undead, but I would say that they're more of a nature check than an arcana, because they're naturally occurring undead.
How far away would you say they are to us?
Maybe they're just kind of floating over the water, which is, I'll give you a safe 30 feet. That way, you're like, ugh, I don't want to get as close to that as I have to,
Yeah, okay. Alright, I got an idea. If it works, be ready with the net.
Just a second. What if I was to put one of my trap seeds in the net?
Hey, could work too.
That might work.
Yeah. Put one of those in there. Let me try this.
Yeah, so we'll put a man trap seed in the net.
And I'm gonna use Vortex Warp. Cast it at this regular level.
Okay, so it
Bring it towards us.
needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
Try to bring it towards us.
Okay, it fails.
It failed.
Come here,
And it
buddy.
is placed wherever you want it to be, in 90 feet of you.
Alright, so pretty much next to us, so whoever's got the net and have them ready to put it over it.
We don't want to
See
kill
the
it,
kinda
though, do we?
smoky magic come off his hand, and then a little dusty wormhole opens up next to it, sucks it in, pops up next to us.
We just assume Balbin's got the net then, and then
I'd say yeah, he was the last one to put
Yeah.
the seed in there.
okay. Waft it in the general direction to make the man trap trigger.
Alright, I'll need a little bit of knowledge on that.
Do you want me to post everything, or do you want me to just read the man trap bit?
You can just read that.
Yeah. So, the seed plant grows a plant that snaps shut on any creature that steps onto it. The man trap fills a 5-foot cube on the ground. Oh, shit. On the ground. Okay. So it doesn't work.
Okay. I will let you go back in time and change that preparation to something else, though, if you want.
Any other ideas, guys?
I was really hoping that trap would work.
I read it twice as well, and I just skipped over the on the ground.
Well, you could still warp it to it on the man trap. Make it touch it.
And then just put the plan.
And then capture with the net. So you can still use it to make sure it stays in place. Hopefully.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that then. I just planted it on the ground, and you put the wisp in the trap.
Yeah.
You said Bulbin's favorite enemy is undead, right?
Undead, yeah.
What does he get with that?
It's extra damage, advantage on tracking, resistance against their stuff. God, there's so much, and it's like I'm lagging like hell trying to scroll through. It's like, so it looks like +4 to damage, but we don't really want to damage it.
I'm just trying to capture it.
Language.
So no advantages on checks to learn about it or anything, just the tracking.
So yeah, I've got advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about them.
Okay, well, I will let you do that if you want. And since it's just a basic intelligence check, you can use whatever. Like if you have proficiency in history or something, or something that uses intelligence, I'll let you use your proficiency bonus for it.
Thank you. But he just scratches his head and he's like, I don't know what I really know. $15?
Well, you definitely know that they can go through other creatures and objects. Just like straight through them.
Yeah, so the trap wouldn't work anyway.
And actually, you would also know that you can't really grab them. Because they just go right through your hands if you try to grapple them.
Can I use an Arcana to see if there's something special about this net, or if it's just a regular net?
Well, he's already told you that it was a regular net, but if you want, you can try to figure something out.
Alrighty, so we know that net's not gonna catch it. Yeah. Can I try to recall ways Will-O-Wisp have been caught?
Sure, if you want.
Like a history on it?
Yeah, go ahead. You can't really recall any way that a Will-O-Wisp has been caught.
Okay.
You got all kinds of things that you can do, though. If you want me to nudge you in a direction, I can also do that for an inspiration.
I'll give my inspiration for that.
Alright. Perhaps an insight on the wisps themselves might glean a bit of their personalities. That is a nice insight. They seem to be kind of bobbing up and down and like swirling around each other a little bit.
Okay.
Almost rhythmically, but with no music.
Like they're dancing?
Mayhaps.
Okay. Terry, do you know how to play some music? Maybe we can lure them into the net with some music.
I mean,
You're a bard.
start drumming. Do they like drums?
They kind of begin to
Find out.
jump up and down in the air. Like it's kind of rattling them a little bit.
Maybe play a little softer.
I'm just gonna read something. Bear with me.
Read faster. I'm just kidding.
So, like, I could use minor illusion to make more music, could I?
Yes.
Or like a softer flute or something?
That would work.
Like a lullaby?
It might not put them to sleep because I don't think they can sleep, but they do kind of softly sway with it. And they begin to kind of twirl around each other with one at the tip, almost looking like a drill.
Yeah, okay. I'll be doing like ballerina twirls and stuff as it's playing. And so, like, we'll just make them hover and then let's just hold the net over them.
Just guide them back to Jack.
Yeah. So we've got to bring the wisp in the net. So, we'll do that.
Alright, well, as they're twisting around, one of you with the net is moving the net so it stays inside of the net. And you all kind of slowly make your way back to Jack. As the music plays. Now, you do think to yourself, if I was playing something a little faster, we might be able to move a little bit faster, but might be harder to keep them in the net that way.
Yeah.
So do you want to just go the slow and steady route?
Yeah, like a whole
If it
little
works.
parade. Little... I don't know.
An entourage.
Yeah. And then as soon as we get to Jack, I will bow.
And he gives you a nice clap. Nice golf clap. Oh, wow! That's the first time I've ever seen anyone do it that way.
How do they usually do it?
They usually fail that one.
Huh.
No wonder.
Yeah, because you give us a net that can't really catch them. Asshole.
Well, you could have just asked them to get in there.
Mm.
They understand the languages they knew in life.
So I was thinking of doing Speak with Dead. Would that have counted?
Yeah, you would have been able to understand them.
Because I didn't
They-
want to ask because
They could possibly understand you depending on what language you speak to them in, which common is a good bet most of the time. But they wouldn't have been able to speak back unless you used that to them. But
I
yeah,
didn't bother asking because it says with a corpse, and the corpse can't be undead.
oh, well, I would consider them like more like the spirit that left the corpse, you know? So I would probably kind of count it.
Okay, I will know for next time.
But the one who basically made this a win gets to choose this time. A chance of 50 you must meet. Choose left or right. Trick or treat.
Left or right, huh? Well, I always.
Right.
I was about to say I usually go to the left.
So, who's picking, Terry or Balbin?
I think that doesn't matter since they're both you at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Terry would probably do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But Balbin will be just like and just point to his left.
All right. And as he opens his hand, he has a crow feather,
Cool.
which is exuding a black smoke.
Okay.
And he hands
I'm
it to him.
guessing not a trees.
He hands it to him and says, "Just hold it aloft, and a trick will befall whoever you target."
Thank you.
Interesting.
One more thing
Well,
I
at least it's
should
not a
mention.
trick on us.
One more thing I should mention about these little items that I'm giving you is that they are infused with my magic. So you know they can be reliable, and you don't have to concentrate on them. AKA, they use his spellcasting modifier and his saving throws.
Nice. Are they consumables?
They are consumables, yes.
Okay.
They got a single use each. All right. Would you like to go for challenge number 3? You'll get an even greater prize if you succeed.
Guess we have to write that song now.
I mean, there's always the other option.
Well, we've come this far, we might as well frickin' just do the song.
I mean, we'd have to write it ourselves, like actually write it.
Well, how long
Well, I
is this
was-
have to be?
What I was gonna do, I was gonna read several limericks as verses for a song, so we could all write a verse in the same kind of structure.
Yeah. So do you remember the Lail song that I wrote?
Yeah.
About that much. Probably a little bit less. It wouldn't have been as long if I didn't have to read it and I could actually have sung it. It would have felt like it went by faster, you know?
So like we could like just target Jack and write a song about Jack and the patch.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we should just cliffhanger here and try writing it over the week.
If you'd like.
Might be several weeks, depending on whether I'm going to turn up next week or not. So
Yeah.
Well, we'll have time.
Plenty
It
of time,
certainly is.
We certainly need it.
Alrighty then. Well, I thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I hope you all have a good night. And until next time, on Dungeons and WheatTons.
Afro.